Just when we thought we had a trade sealed, the game changed. It's Sunday, February 22nd, and the 10% tariff we discussed yesterday just jumped to 15%. Here is the viral context. After a US Supreme Court setback, President Trump has invoked the Trade Act of 1974 to impose a 150-day surcharge on all global imports. This isn't just a tax, it's a high stakes negotiation tactic. While the media is screaming panic, we need to look at the numbers. In this breakdown, we will see why the Indian rupee is under pressure today, how our pharma giants are preparing for a price war, and why Piyush Goyal says India still has a strategic advantage that other countries don't. Let's dive in. While the world is obsessed with the latest iPhone 19 leaks, India's brightest minds are going back to the basics. This week, as the JEE Mains 2026 results dropped, a viral video from Kota has everyone talking. When reporters ask toppers like Om Sivhare 99.75 percentile and Himansi 99.47 percentile for their success secret, they don't show a fancy AI app. They pulled out simple 1500 rupees keypad phones. Here is the viral context. In an era of AI tutors and digital monks, these students chose focus over features. They realized that for the world's toughest exam, the brightest or biggest enemy isn't physics or math, it's the scroll. By staying away from social media for years, they turned focus into their strongest currency. Even the 100 percentiler Om Prakash Bahera, who scored a perfect 300 out of 300, stayed completely away from smartphones. Why is this valuable for you? It's a reality check whether you are a student or a professional. These toppers are proving that deep work is the ultimate hack in 2026. Sometimes to go high tech in life, you have to go low tech with your habits. Let's move to next and look at the twin power, how two brothers from Bhubaneswar just made history together. If you think having a steady partner is helpful, imagine having a literal mirror of yourself. Meet Mehroof and Masroor Ahmad Khan. These identical twins from Bhubaneswar didn't just share a birthday and a room, they just shared the exact same JEE main scores. Here is the viral context. In an exam where even one mark can change your rank by thousands, these two scored exactly 285 out of 300. They sat in the same shift and walked out with the same 99.998 percentile. But the real heart of the story isn't just the marks, it's the sacrifice. Their mother, Dr. Jeenat Begum, was a successful gynecologist who resigned from her government job in Odisha just to move to Kota and manage their routine. The twins say they didn't compete with the world, they only competed with each other on the same study table. If one slipped, the other pulled him up. Why is this valuable for you? It proves that environment and support are the ultimate force multiplier. Whether you are aiming for IIT Bombay like these twins or starting a business, having a partner who shares your rhythm is a superpower. Let's move to next and see the job market shock. Why IT companies are suddenly looking for keypad era focus in their new hires. The Keypad Revolution isn't just for students anymore. It's hitting the 100th floor boardrooms. As we move through February 2026, Google CEO Sundar Pichai has already warned that this will be the most intense year ever for the tech industry. Here is the viral context. Corporate India is having a light bulb moment. Seeing JEE topper crack the world's toughest exam by ditching smartphones has forced CEOs to rethink productivity. Major Indian startups and IT giants are now moving away from always on culture. They are introducing deep work blocks, specific hours where pings, notifications, and smartphones are strictly discouraged. Niti Aayog recently highlighted that the shift is now from effort to outcome. In 2026, it doesn't matter if you worked 12 hours, it matters if you had 2 hours of keypad era focus. Why is this valuable for you? Because attention is the rarest resource in the world right now. If you can master the ability to put your phone away and focus like a quota topper. You won't just pass exams. You will lead the industry. Let's move to next and see the geopolitical tension, why the Indian rupee is facing a new test today. Here is the viral context of today's market. Everyone is talking about the US dollar getting stronger, but India just unveiled its most powerful weapon yet. As of today, February 22nd, the RBI has officially confirmed that India's war chest has hit a record-breaking $725.7 billion. In the past, we had to burn through our reserves just to keep the rupee stable. But last week, while the world was panicking over trade wars, India's reserves actually jumped by nearly $9 billion in just 7 days. This is valuable for your future because it means the RBI now has the firepower to stop the rupee from crashing. Even if global tariffs get worse, we aren't just holding dollars. Our gold reserves have surged to over $128 billion as well. This gold and dollar shield is why India is being called the most resilient emerging market in 2026. While other countries are vulnerable to every tweet from the US, India is sitting on enough cash to cover a whole year of imports. Let's move to next and see the Mann Ki Baat surprise. Why PM Modi is talking about your bank's KYC today. If you have been getting annoying messages about your KYC being expired, you need to listen to what the Prime Minister just said a few hours ago. In today's Mann Ki Baat, PM Modi issued a high-level warning against digital arrests. Here is the viral context. Scammers are now so sophisticated that they pretended to be police or CBI officials, putting people under digital arrest via video calls. They often use the excuse of a KYC mismatch to freeze your mind and then your bank account. PM Modi made it very clear today, KYC is essential for your safety, but you must never do it through a link sent on WhatsApp or a random call. He said, and I quote, "Please don't get annoyed with re-KYC. It is for your security." But he urged every Indian to only use official bank apps or visit their local branch. Why is this valuable for you? Because as our economy grows to $5 trillion, the digital targets on our banks grow too. In 2026, being cyber smarter is just as important as being money smarter. If someone creates urgency about your account, that is your first sign of a scam. Let's move to our next and see the viral verdict, how quota toppers and high-speed metros are actually part of the same big picture. So here is the final viral verdict for February 22nd. Today we saw two different worlds that are actually telling the same story. On one side we have JE toppers in Kota using 1,500 rupees keypad phones to protect their focus. On the other, we have the RBI building a massive $725 billion war chest to protect our economy from global trade wars. The viral context of today is protection. Just like the RBI is guarding our rupee against the 15% US tariff hike, you need to guard your attention against digital distractions and your bank account against digital arrest scams. PM Modi's message today was clear. India is becoming a global leader in AI and infrastructure. But the progress, it starts with the small habits of its citizens, from doing your KYC safely to supporting Swadeshi brands. My final advice, be like a quota topper, ditch the distractions, be like the RBI, build your reserves and stay tuned to this channel to stay ahead of this game. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit the like button, subscribe the viral context for your daily dose of the fact that matter. Keep your focus sharp and I will see you tomorrow. Jai Hind.